What's up YouTube and YouTubers? My name is Louis Ting Chang and today's video is going to be about how to draw Wildstyle Graffiti's letters. This is at beginner level. The name we'll be using is Elli, E-L-L-E. Before you start your Wildstyle, check out the and see what fonts you like, and this is the font I pick. So from there you have to break it down in Wildstyle. Now the medium we're going to be using today is going to be watercolor base markers with color pencil. It'll be mixed media. Okay, let's get started. Oh, one more thing, welcome to my channel. My name is Louis Ting Chang. Stage 1. Before you start your drawing, first draw the guidelines, slightly draw the 3 lines across the page, at one at the top, one in the middle, and one in the bottom. This will help you give the piece its flow. The first I draw the letter E. When drawing the letter E, make sure all the corners of the bent E connect properly at each bend at the letter. Draw it lightly first. I added some serifs at the top and at the bottom of the E. Next, I draw the letter L. L connect the L to the E and give it some bending to add style. I do the same with the other L next to it. Then I draw the I and give the same treatment. Keep in mind, when drawing the graffiti, give the letters some style by bending, twisting, and connecting the letters together. Stage 2. In this stage, I start adding the extensions, arrows, and the extra bits and pieces to the piece. I start with the letter E, adding extensions at the top, middle, and the bottom. Then I add more extensions, small arrows, and another one at the bottom. Next, I work on the letter L. I build it up more at the top and add extension in the middle with a small arrow. I also add an arrow at the bottom of the letter L. Since I have 2 letter L's, note that I stretch the second L and lean it more toward the other L. Then add a bit and pieces in the middle. If I don't do that, it will leave a negative space in the middle. Whenever you draw, always look at the negative space between the letters and fill them in. Keep that in mind. I added a heart at the top of the letter I in the middle, and I added an extension next to it. Note that I also add extensions near the E and the letter I to keep the piece in balance. In graffiti, lowercase I and other lowercase letters are often treated the same as the uppercase letters. Stage 3. Once you are satisfied with the piece, now let's give it more of a 3D block letter look using a very old technique called perspective drawing. I added a vanishing point and draw lines upward toward the letters. Draw each line at the corners of the letters. After that, you can draw the block letters depending on how thick you want them. I won't draw the whole thing, but you get the idea. The angle we are looking at is the one's eye view, meaning we are looking upward. If you want to learn more about perspective drawing, check out videos on 1-point, 2-point, and 3-point perspective on YouTube. Stage 4. Now for the inking. I will be using 3 different pen nibs. Once you are satisfied with the drawing, you can move into inking the piece. Normally I press hard with the pencil, erase the pencil lines, and ink over it. But since this is a Wildstyle, sometimes I get lost in the lines. So what I do is lightly ink it first using a fine point pen. I ink over the whole drawing in the interior of the piece. After that, I use a thicker pen and draw with the thin to thick method. Then go over the exterior with the brush pen. I show variety in my ink lines to give the piece more interest. After that, I erase and clean up the drawing. So it's ready for coloring. If you want to learn more about how to use pen ink techniques, check out the pen ink and comic book inking videos in YouTube. Alright, so right now we're going to get into color. I'm going to explain to you what colors I'm going to be using. So the color, we're going to talk about what is a color scheme. Color scheme is a planned combination of colors used together in an artwork. It guides how colors and paired to create a specific look, mood, or visual pattern in art. So this is my color scheme right here. So now the color schemes I'm choosing is split complementary and anonymous colors. Alright, so let's talk about what is split complementary. Choosing one color and using the color on each side for its complement on the color wheel. So if you look at the color wheel, I mean it's round, then the blue, the most likely the most dominant color would be blue. But if blue is like right here, and then in the bottom you're gonna have like two colors like yellow orange and red orange. But I think this should be over here, but this is like a darker orange, like a brown color. Alright, these can be in the letters. Now for the background, I have anonymous colors. What is anonymous colors? Using any shades, tints, and tones of colors that are 90 degrees on the color wheel. So most likely they are actually next to each other in the color wheel. So yeah, we got blue, green, and then goes around like this with the yellow color or something like that. So, but then these colors over here, they most likely be warm colors. I mean, the cool colors actually in the background. So that's background colors. I might add a couple colors here, maybe get some shadows and stuff like that. So that's what I'm planning to do. I think that's about it. But I'm gonna get into the coloring stage. And I guess like I said before, water-based color markers with color pencils. Stage 5. Stage 5, now for the coloring. Before we start the coloring process, let me talk about the mixed media. Involves color markers and color pencil. What are color markers and water-based? Water-based markers are coloring tools that use water as the solvent to dissolve and suspend pigments of dyes. Key characteristics: bleed resistant because water evaporates rather than soaking quickly through the fibers of the paper. These markers rarely bleed through the other side link like alcohol markers. The color pencil. What are color pencils? Color pencils are art media consisting of a narrow pigment core encased in protective sheath. The color pencils I am using are wax-based. This is the most common for moldation. The binder consists primarily of wax, which makes the pencil feel soft and smooth. They lay down vibrant color easily and blend smoothly, but the tips can break easily under heavy pressure, and they are prone to cloudy buildup over time, known as wave bloom. When I use color markers and color pencil, I will use the markers first, then apply the color pencil on top. Make sure you color everything with markers. I will be using the light blue throughout the whole name. Then after that, I use a orange color pencil. You notice that the method of me using the color pencil is using color pencil effectively requires building color in gradual layers rather than pressing down and hard right away. Because the color is translucent, you can apply the pencil changes the texture and depth of your artwork. You see, I will use technique called burnishing. What is burnishing? Apply heavy pressure with light colored pencil or the colorless blender over the laid colors. This crushes the paper grain and fuses the pigments into a smooth glossy finish. Now I color the marker black letters with a dark orange. Notice the dark orange on the black letters versus the light letter make it pop. Then after that, I use a darker blue for the details. I do use different design elements in the interior letters. Now for the coloring. The black letters I use orange white, and a darker blue. What is I'm trying to do, the light is coming to the front of the block letters, so I use the mixture of white and orange, giving it a highlight since the thickness of the block letters, if you see as go deeper to the block letters, it becomes a shadows. I use a mixture of orange and blue. Now for the background, I use the light green like I said before, adding light pressure and pressing hard pressure, almost burnishing it. Now use the blue applied but light pressure. Now I add the purple with light pressure. If you notice that the light green in the background has dark values compared to the blue and purple, making it stand out. Now using templates to add the final details. Alright, here goes the piece. You get E-L-L-I. Eli. Eli. Alright, so if you like to want me to do your name in graffiti style, just check out the links below. Check out my Etsy store and give you my info about that. So tell me what you think about this piece. Give it a like, share to all your friends, make a comment, and subscribe to my channel. My name is Louis Ding Tong. Thanks for watching.